What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and Will Smith has been banned not only from the Oscars, but from all Academy events for 10 years due to the Chris Rock slap. You might remember yesterday I reported to you all that the Academy moved up their meeting to this Friday instead of next Friday to discuss what repercussions Will Smith would face after the Oscar slap. And from what sources say, the decisions were split. They were having a hard time figuring out what they were going to do, but they did not take the Oscar away. Will Smith still has his Oscar, and I made myself clear from the beginning that I didn't necessarily want them to take the Oscar away, but we all wanted to see Will Smith be held to the same standards that normal people would be held in a similar situation. But with their options rather limited, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences Board of Governors have just decided that Will Smith will not be able to attend the Oscars for 10 years for slapping Chris Rock on stage at the 94th Academy Awards. The board has decided for a period of 10 years, from April 8th, 2022, Mr. Smith shall not be permitted to attend any Academy events or programs in person or virtually, including but not limited to the Academy Awards. They call out his behavior as being unacceptable and harmful, and they say that we also hope this can begin a time of healing and restoration for all involved and impacted. Man, the word healing is going to be used a lot. I really don't want to see them use that word because the word healing just puts a bad taste in my mouth now because of Jada Pinkett Smith. But I want to read you all the full letter from the Academy, and then I'll give you all of my thoughts and how I feel about this. The 94th Oscars were meant to be a celebration of the many individuals in our community who did incredible work this past year. However, those moments were overshadowed by the unacceptable and harmful behavior we saw Will Smith exhibit on stage. During our telecast, we did not adequately address the situation in the room. For this, we are sorry. This was an opportunity for us to set an example for our guests, viewers, and our Academy family around the world, and we fell short, unprepared for the unprecedented. And oh man, I'm not trying to cut them any slack here, but I'm sure the Academy, like the last thing they had on their mind was that Will Smith would attack someone on stage. You know, none of us saw that coming. It was shocking. That's why the story has gotten so big. So I don't know how they could have prepared for that. Even if they had security guards standing all in front of the stage, would they stop a star from walking on stage? Like maybe they would have let him by anyway. So I'm not sure how they could have been prepared for that. However, after it happened, they could have handled it better. And it's nice to hear them acknowledge that. You know, I want it because as much as Will Smith is at fault for this entire situation, the Oscars are at fault for how it was handled afterwards. I don't blame Will Smith for staying at the Oscars and giving a speech and what have you. I blame the Oscars for allowing him to do so. You know, I didn't think that Will Smith would just see himself out, but hey, at least they're acknowledging that they could have done better in that situation. This is the first time that they've really acknowledged their part in the situation at all. Today, the Board of Governors convened a meeting to discuss how best to respond to Will Smith's actions at the Oscars, in addition to accepting his resignation. The board has decided for a period of 10 years, from April 8th, 2022, Mr. Smith shall not be permitted to attend any Academy events or programs in person or virtually, including but not limited to the Academy Awards. We want to express our deep gratitude to Mr. Rock for maintaining his composure under extraordinary circumstances. We also want to thank our hosts, our nominees, presenters, and winners for their pose and grace during our telecast. This action we are taking today in response to Will Smith's behavior is a step forward to a larger goal of protecting the safety of our performers and guests and restoring trust in the Academy. We also hope this could begin a time of healing and restoration for all involved and impacted. Thank you. To be honest, they want their final part of this letter is talking about how they want to restore trust in the academy. I don't think that's going to be possible. And I'll be honest with you all. Will Smith smacking Chris Rock isn't what erased all of our faith in the academy. You know, it's kind of like the least of the academy's worries as far as the people they've associated themselves with and the type of things they get into. The people who are part of the academy, that is. Now, how do I feel about this punishment? 10 years. That means Will Smith will be like, 63, 64 years old before he can go back to the Oscars or one of these award shows. But I can't help but feel like this isn't a real punishment. If anything, maybe Will Smith will be happy about this. Now he doesn't have to get dressed up and go smile in these people's faces anymore. He could chill. He doesn't have any obligations to show up to these places where he would normally be obligated to show up to. So maybe it will work out in his favor. He's getting older. He's 53. I'm sure he's been to his fair share of award shows. I'm sure he likes the limelight and maybe he enjoys award shows. But hey, now he just gets to kick back, relax, and chill for the next 10 years without having to worry about that. However, I feel like they are announcing this punishment as if it is worse than what it really is. Because on the outside looking in, you're like, damn, 10 years out of the academy. But he already resigned from the academy. So y'all barring him from the academy and all of these events for 10 years, it's like you're doing something that he already did to himself, which was a point that I tried to make in my prior video, that Will Smith quit the academy because he knew he was going to be expelled or suspended. So instead he quit. Just like if you're at your job and you know you're about to get fired and you're like, no, I'm not fired, I quit. That's what Will Smith did. Now, upon further examination, when you really look into this doesn't stop Will Smith from being nominated for an award. It doesn't stop him from winning an award. Next year, Will Smith can win an Oscar. He can't be there to accept it. I'm not sure if they'll play a video over the screen like they do other people who can't be there. But this does not stop him from winning awards or being nominated or any of that. Now, will the Academy nominate him and allow him to win an award after this? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a redemption arc somewhere in the future for Will Smith. I'm not someone who is big on Will Smith facing a lot of consequences for what happened, as far as like being canceled and losing jobs and this, that, and the third. I just feel like he should have gotten, it's not even necessarily that I want to see Will Smith be charged. It's just that I know any normal person in that situation would be charged. So I feel like it's very important that we hold these celebrities up to the same standards, or else they feel like they're gods and they're holier than thou and they're better than us. And they don't have to deal with the same repercussions, and who knows what they can get away with. And I think that we need to end that. So no, I didn't want to see Will Smith lose his Oscar or lose all these movie deals. I just wanted to see Will Smith be taken out of the Oscars and charged with assault or something like that, like a normal human being would have done. Now, of course, Chris Rock didn't press charges, but I know how this works. Oftentimes, the person doesn't have to press charges for the police to go ahead and just bring charges about themselves. Now, like I said, I'm not advocating for Will Smith to go to jail or any of that. I'm just advocating for the fact that we have to hold these celebrities up to the same standards that we hold ourselves. Will Smith is one of the more likable people in Hollywood. And when you look at Will Smith and what he's going through, you don't necessarily want him to go through some of these things. But at the end of the day, a normal person would. So this little punishment isn't really a punishment at all. Will Smith already quit the Academy. He could still get the awards, which is the whole point anyway. So I don't really see what the point of any of this is. In the Academy, like I said earlier, they were originally supposed to meet and talk about this on April 18th, I believe. But instead, they did it today. They moved it up because they're ready to move on from this story. Because the more you peel back the layers, the more you start, taking your focus off of the actual slap, and you start focusing on all the details surrounding it. And all the details surrounding it is kind of shady that Will Smith was allowed to stay there and go on stage and give an Oscar speech. And in reality, I don't think they necessarily did that to help Will Smith. I think they did that for ratings because they wanted him to look like a mess on stage. And he did. That speech he gave was a mess. So I don't know what's going to happen going forward. I think that this punishment is bogus. Will Smith is being punished, though. Will Smith losing all of these awards, just Will Smith losing a lot of fans. A lot of people who liked Will Smith now have a bad taste in their mouth about Will Smith because of this. And he's also being punished because all of these other things about his relationship and all of that is being dug up again. If he had just taken the joke and Jada just taken the joke, brushed it off their shoulder, went about their day, he would be in an awesome spot right now. He would be an Oscar winner. There would be no drama. People have kind of moved on from the drama that was going on in Will Smith's relationship with Jada. But now there is a new lens on it. Now everyone's with a new microscope, looking at all of the issues that Will Smith was going through. And we all feel like the reason he slapped Chris Rock is because of issues he was dealing with at home. And I think there's plenty of evidence to support that. So I feel like Will Smith is being punished. I don't think this is a real punishment. What the Academy did, this official punishment, this isn't a real punishment, but make no mistake about it. Will Smith is being punished every single day. His career is damaged. I don't know how long it will be. I don't expect him to be gone forever. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'll never watch a Will Smith movie again. Like I've said before, I don't really support cancel culture and stuff like that. So even when people say things that are stupid and do things that are kind of stupid, as long as it's not too bad, I don't really, I'm not really digging, making these people lose their jobs and things like that. Now, I know that there are a lot of rumors that Will Smith and Jada, they're on some flight logs. There's a lot of stuff out there. Okay? But as far as the stuff that is proven for a 100% fact, I don't feel like Will Smith deserves to lose all of these jobs and his Oscar and all of that, because I feel like Will Smith is already being punished enough. And this punishment that he's going through is worse than anything the Academy could ever do. It's worse than anything the Academy could ever do. But I want to know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. Do you think this was a good punishment? Do you think this is a joke? Do you think they're trying to fool us? I mean, we can read the fine print. We can see he could still get awards. So let me know how you feel all about that down in the comments below. But while you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you on the next video.